Hello everyone, this is Christian again, and welcome to On-Prem versus Cloud. It's been some time that I released a video. I think last time I released a video was on self-proof token and how it works with the cloud management gateway. But I'm starting a new series today on delivery optimization because I thought that this is much more needed than the cloud management gateway. I'll continue to work on that series too. It will be a separate playlist basically, and delivery optimization is going to be a separate playlist in my channel. Um, so delivery optimization, a quite hot topic going on in Configuration Manager as well as Intune, since especially since the time Windows Update for Business arrived, and also in the year, I think it was in the year 2022 or 2023 when the Windows 11 update model changed from conventional to the UUP model. um, UUP, that is Unified Update Platform. The model changed, the complete workflow for the update changed for Windows 11 devices. Um, and since that time, Windows 11 devices have been using delivery optimization, and delivery optimization has been an integral part of the update deployment process on Windows 11 devices. But we have seen a lot and a lot of customers out there who have been complaining that they are facing issues with update deployment since the time this model has changed, and some of them even don't know that some of them are not even aware that now the workflow model uses delivery optimization. And since they don't know that delivery optimization is an integral part of the flow now, it's not optional anymore for Windows 11 specifically. So they are not aware what are the other requirements or the prerequisites, probably at the system level or maybe at the settings level and the configuration level, or the network level, what all ports should be opened for the delivery optimization should to work, what all are the IP addresses or maybe the endpoint URLs that the client machines must be able to access in order for delivery optimization to work. So there has been a lot of um, confusions and talks regarding those, and in most of the cases I've seen that people usually do a hit and trial method. They toggle between different settings, different kind of settings, maybe in SCCM, maybe in the group policies or somewhere, and they just try to make things work by doing that hit and trial method. But I think after this video series that I'm introducing for delivery optimization, after this series completes, I think a lot of confusion should go away, and people would have much more clarity on how delivery optimization works, um, and what are its requirements and how it's useful, why the model changed. And to be honest, in my opinion, if your environment can really support delivery optimization, then it's going to save you a lot of network bandwidth. So I know that the SSCM admins out there are still used to the old conventional flow of the updates that used to happen in SSCM. Um, but since the time delivery optimization has come in, there have been a lot of errors being reported. And those errors are basically due to the fact that something is misconfigured at their end, or their environment is not yet ready to support delivery optimization. So let's begin and let's see what all things are we going to cover. And that's why I have named um, named this playlist as mainly delivery optimization, but I'm going to demystify the concepts of delivery optimization, and I hope this is going to be useful for you. So, things that we are going to cover. The first thing is what is delivery optimization and why there is a need of the series. I think I already explained why we need to cover this. Because it's more important and it's impacting um, the patching for many admins out there. Uh, Part that delivery optimization plays in configuration manager, basically how it helps in patching, what all things it supports, what all things it does, and the prerequisites, and finally we will go through the workflow of for UUP. We will talk about the differences between the conventional flow for updates and the UUP flow, the workflow. We will talk about the differences, and then we will jump into the log analysis for the updates, that how we can do a log analysis on a Windows 11 machine, and how we can identify that delivery optimization is working fine and the machine is going to um, fetch updates quickly from its peers. So when I started testing delivery optimization in my own lab, I had just two Windows 11 device, Windows 11 22H2 version. Both were enterprise edition, and what I observed is when I deployed a cumulative update, basically a quality update for Windows 11 on my first device. Um, since it was the first device and its peer, that is my second client machine, the second Windows 11 machine did not have any content associated with the update that I'm going to deploy on the first machine. So obviously in that case, it's going to download every bit of content from probably the distribution point because it's the only source available in my lab. So what I observed is that when the first machine downloaded the complete content, it took around 10 minutes to download the complete content, and then it proceed with the installation part. And when I deployed the same update on my second Windows 11 client, which was on the same version, edition, and build as that of the first device before I deployed the patch. So since the second machine can also download some part of content from the first machine because the first machine has already downloaded and installed the update, so we can expect that it has cached some of the content in its own delivery optimization cache, so that it can provide that content to the second machine whenever it needs it. So what I observed is on the second machine when I deployed the same update, it took only 4 minutes to download the content. So straight away, even in such a small environment and in such a small lab where I have just two Windows 11 clients, I noticed a difference of 6 minutes in the download process. So just imagine, we can imagine that if there is a large environment with a lot of source peers from where we can deliver the content to the to all the rest of the machines, so how fast we can make the patching process, and we can what amount of network bandwidth can we save if we leverage delivery optimization. So it's just a matter of getting used to this technology, I would say. And as we go through the concepts of delivery optimization, I know that many of the admins, the SSM admins out there, may not want the machines to follow delivery optimization because it has some prerequisites to be in place. But yeah, there are also workarounds for that. Um, we will talk about that as well. We don't need to we don't need to look at delivery optimization as a blocker when it comes to security. Um, we just need to clear our concepts and identify how we can still leverage delivery optimization without compromising any of our security for the endpoints. Okay, so uh, this video is going to be a just quick introduction on what is delivery optimization. Um, so I know that many of you may already have heard this term, that is delivery optimization, and there there have been confusions among various terminologies, separate other terminologies like peer caching, and then Microsoft Connected Cache, and then um, a branch cache, right? So there have been confusions when it comes to talk about these caching technologies. And even if I talk about myself, I was pretty much confused when people used to talk about delivery optimization, peer caching, connected cache server, or maybe branch cache. I thought that the concept is the same. Then what is the difference between all of them? So there is indeed a difference between them, how they work. They have their own pros and cons. Um, and yes, probably if this series um, continues, and if I feel that this is going to help a lot of people, I will also try to make videos on peer caching and probably connected cache server, right? And branch cache as well. But I think there are already videos out there on YouTube which you can refer if you really want to know um, what is peer caching, what is a Microsoft connected cache server, how it works, um, and what is branch cache. I think there is already a series on that. So on YouTube, if you search for I think it was delivery optimization, Steve Rahi. So Steve Rahi has been a premier field engineer at Microsoft, um, and he has made a really good series on delivery optimization. He has made four. He has divided his own series into, I think, 5 parts. Um, let's see. So I think this is
Hi,
the
my name is Steve
first part.
Rahi.
And similarly, I'm not able to get to that playlist he made, but yeah, this is the first part where he talks about peer caching, and similarly, he has made 4 more parts, I think, and in all those 4 parts, he has discussed about various caching concepts. In the first part, as you can see, he has talked about peer caching. Um, in the second part, probably he has talked about peer caching in OSD, how it works in operating system deployment, and then he has also discussed about delivery optimization and branch cache and connected cache server. But I think the content which I am going to cover um, in my video series, I did not find this content anywhere on YouTube, and not even any kind of blog on Google or any third-party blogs that talks about this workflow or the basic concepts and how delivery optimization works in conjunction with SCCM, and what is the update workflow, or how we can analyze the logs on a Windows 11 machine. So that is what I'm going to cover in my series. So again, coming back to the first question, what is delivery optimization? So you all have heard this term, right? What it does is it makes sure, or it helps the machines to find other peers. So whenever we deploy an update to two devices or maybe a group of devices, they will of course look for source location from where they can download the content for their update, right? But let's say if the content which they are looking for is already present, maybe at in the cache of one of their peers, which is in probably the same subnet. So instead of the machine going out to the distribution point or maybe some other source location outside the network, it can reach out to that peer to download the content, to download the same content. Okay, how it works? The- It, it, we leverage the delivery optimization cloud service here, okay, which basically tells the DO client. DO client is also Windows component that is present on every Windows machine, at least Windows 10 and Windows 11 machines. So it tells the DO client that if in how many bits and pieces you can download the content from a peer, and how many of it you can go out to a distribution point or some other source location to download the content. So let's say if the content the device is looking for is of size 1 GB, 1 gigabyte, so delivery optimization cloud service can tell that machine that you are looking for a content which is of 1 GB, and I can see that one of your peers already have the content. So why don't you get 700 or maybe 800 megabytes of that content from your peer, and the rest 2 to 300 megabytes you can go out to a distribution point and download it from there. So this way it reached out to the distribution point only for a small portion of that content, and the rest of the content it got from its peer. So this is how delivery optimization works. We will see in detail in the logs how it works, how the machine reaches out to the DO cloud service, and how the DO cloud service tells the machine that you can divide this content into this much pieces, and you can download these many pieces from your peer, and you can download these many pieces from your distribution point or so. Okay. All right. Uh, this is how delivery optimization works, and this is how we can make use of it to save our network bandwidth. But delivery optimization has its own disadvantage or maybe cons as well. That is, for now, and so far, what I have seen and studied is delivery optimization um, does not support every kind of content. For as of now, it only supports updates in Configuration Manager. It does not support application downloads or package downloads. Um, it only supports update deployments for now, and that too, um, even within an update, there are a lot of files with different kind of extensions. Um, so maybe if we download an update on a server, let's say, so that we can deploy it on a client machine. So if I download it on an SSCM server in a source directory, I can see that it has different kind of files. Some files have an extension of .vim, some have an extension with .psf, some has an extension with .cab, right? So what I've seen is delivery optimization occurs only for, I mean, the peer-to-peer download basically. What kind of content can the peers share with each other? So I have only so far seen .vim files and .psf files being shared by the machines with each other. I have not seen the machines sharing cab files with each other so far. Okay, probably that is a limitation, or not a limitation, but I think delivery optimization cloud service is not yet compatible to support .cap files as of now. This is what my assumption is. I'm not saying this on behalf of Microsoft, or this is not any official kind of statement, but this is what I have observed. I'll also show you some proof or some live examples that support my assumption. Um, because if you go through the videos of Steve Rahi on YouTube, you will get to know that delivery optimization does not support every kind of content so far. It only supports a subset of files, and yeah, so this is one of the cons. Um, in that case, we can leverage peer caching. Peer caching is its counterpart, and it supports all kind of files. Basically, if we want to deploy package or applications to devices, and we want to still leverage peer-to-peer content sharing. Um, in that case, we can leverage peer caching instead of delivery optimization, because peer caching supports package and application downloads. I mean, the content sharing between the peers for packages and applications. Um, but delivery optimization, as of now, only supports updates. Okay. So I think this is it for the first video. In the next video, we will talk about the prerequisites, um, and I will walk you through some of the registries and client settings in my configuration manager console. And I will show you that what all settings I have configured, and what I have left it as it is. And I will show you what are the registries configured on the client before we can proceed with the patching on that client. So that when you work with delivery optimization, or when you encounter such a scenario, you can be clear that um, this is how it is supposed to be. If you look at some registry, then you can you already know that, okay, this is how it is supposed to be. This is not something concerning. If the registry is empty, then this is not something concerning, because it is supposed to be as it is. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and stay tuned with this series. I will try to provide as much content as possible. I just need your support, and please feel free to comment if you want me to highlight any specific part in the next video, or if you want me to cover any specific portion related to delivery optimization in the next video. Thank you so much.